bottom rotating in here. He did opt to walk all the way, it looks like, so perhaps... Oh, that hurts. Oh, no. I think he just wanted... Yeah, he wanted, like, full coverage on the camp. But this ward is just out of range. That's some very nice placement from the Radiant. Okay, well, there you go. That's good. Yeah, I think he's realizing that there might be some musical lanes happening here. Though, I think for now, they've kind of got the matchups that they want. They got the Monkey King into the Legion. Legion's still getting pretty good CS down here, though. I don't know why YC would opt to drag a wave. I guess he's kind of getting it back into a good position that makes it harder for them to approach. Oh, Faith getting gone. There's way too many slows here. Wizard, nothing that he can really do. Does try to block them up a little bit, but now he needs to be careful. He's actually going to take a decent amount of damage just from sticking around in the neighborhood. And this tri-lane doing exactly what it's supposed to. Protecting the troll, finding some kills, and just making sure that he gets good farm. Okay, so yeah, so looks like Mugi's just he's gonna hold the wave back here, and Xiaoyu cannot approach, because if he ever gets close, he's just getting tossed under the tower, and then he's gonna go down. Monkey King didn't start with the Orb of Venom, but did just pick it up after a quick delivery. Wizard's getting gone on again up top. Okay, well, Batrider definitely sort of the sacrifice here. He's even got some, he's got wand charges and a Fairy Fire. He could have popped to survive a little bit longer, but he knew he was 100% dead. And, ooh, okay, Tiny coming in mid lane. Gets the D ward, still sticking around, and Deska just gonna have to run for the hills. Yim's coming in from the opposite direction. So both position 4s getting somewhat involved in the mid lane, as Faith gonna come back and recap that outpost. So already some movement in the lanes, both position 4s trying to be active on the map. Looks like Mugi has maybe lost control of this bottom lane a little bit. Nicely played by the Legion commander, getting these side pulls going and just slowly dragging the position of the wave back to a little bit closer to the tower. But he had like 7 CS from the first 2 waves, and now he's only got 11. So you can really see sort of the difficulty with this laning matchup, and Faith still just getting owned up top. I don't know if he's quite dead here. I don't think he's tanky enough, and they do need that little bit of extra damage from the Troll Warlord, but he is not getting anything up here. Did get one pull off, it looks like it was just the small camp. And unfortunately for him, his rotation has been getting scouted all the time. Looking for the toss back here at mid. What can Deska do? Does put up the Flame Guard, but he's just getting auto attack down. One more punch is gonna do it. Why is he looking for it with the double damage? He doesn't quite get it. The salve comes out, and there's your turnaround. I do not know about that adaptive strike. What was the point of that? Oh no. And up top, they do find a 1-for-1 trade. They get the Batrider for the Lich. Well worth it. Faith has kind of managed to pin Yim in the trees here. He's got the glimpse to cancel his DP, so alright, we can see how this is going. Snowball to waste a little bit more time, but that means, are they going to keep him alive for Batrider? No. There's just going to be a YC taking a kill. But so far, at least on kills, AvengerLS is doing pretty well. The concern, of course, is that the Morphling and the Monkey King are both getting relative free farm. Battle for the bounty runes up top. Bottom bounty is getting pretty much completely ignored as the... Oh, in pretty deep here. Faith almost dead, but not yet. One more auto attack is going to do it. So 1-for-1 trade on those position 5s, and EXX forced to just TP out. It's going to be okay. They do not lose that courier, which is nice. And these bounties are still just completely ignored. Nobody wants these bounty runes, apparently. I can understand why neither core at bot is really interested in running over for them, but it looks like Yim is actually going to be the one to... He knows! He's like, wait, I just saw both supports top, and I don't think anyone's left lanes mid or bottom. So that's just 2 free bounty runes for him. Did they just get... So they just got 3 out of 4. Pretty nice, nursing this net worth lead. What's Troll going for? Just some phase boots to start, nothing too shocking. Tiny on the rotation, that previous kill, now getting all the way up to his Tranquil boots, so even easier to get into position, get those toss backs. And bottom lane still show of force from Mugi, really zoning back. But again, lane position is not great, and that's going to open it up for these two supports to come in here and get the opportunity on Mugi. They don't have the duel just yet, unfortunately, but they will find that kill. It'd be a bit unfortunate that the Lich was the one that got it, but that's the problem with this kind of a lane. You're telling yourself, I'm the counter pick, I'm supposed to win this lane, I need to pressure this guy as much as I can and make sure that he just doesn't get anything. And as a result, and with some nice play from Xiaoyu, he pulls the lane back and sets up his kill very nicely. Faith gets the glimpse away, but that's just going to mean that Legion gets that kill, and Disruptor really struggling to find a home in this game. Went top, died a couple of times to the supports, came bot, wanted to help his core, died again to the supports. And I think the big difference that we're seeing this game is that, at least so far, the two AvengerLS supports, they're playing together. They've got a nice combination that they can execute to find kills all over the map. Newbee supports, Disruptor. Not that they should be playing together, but the nature of their two heroes is just that Disruptor's really a laning support, and Faith has really gone for a laning build, but there was nothing that he was really going to be able to do up top against that tri-lane. So just gonna have to kind of wait for that mid game a little bit more. Faith wants to hold on to this tier 1 tower for a bit at bottom. They've rotated 4 down here, and the dive just comes straight in. Mugi thinking about helping out. He's going to throw out the Wukong's command. Early pickup of that, but they've already lost the Disruptor. Now YC comes in, gets a nice avalanche out. Mugi's still chasing. They want EXX, but can they finish him? Yes, they will just barely be able to get it. And now Batrider also chasing after the Legion. Does not have anything in the press the attack. That will be a nice turnaround for Newbee. Mid lane is still just these two heroes staring each other down. And Deska is trying to set himself up to guarantee this rune. Unfortunately, it's just an invis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Not the best. Both position 4s want to kill at mid. Invis going to get popped. Yim is also here. He's got some earn charges. Oh, and they block off the tiny. What's he going to do? Just go for the toss. Tosses him over. Morphling not that healthy. Doesn't really want to help out all that much. A good rotation from the Tusk. Tuska's been everywhere this game.
Let us fight.
8 out of 10 kill participation. Wizard has no kind of swap lanes. I'm just stealing a little stack down here. What are you up to, Lich? I think he wanted to ward up here so that they could further pressure that tier 1. Because their troll is still kind of down here. I think the plan was they really wanted to commit 2 cores bot and take that tier 1 and then go and split up on the map a little bit more, but Newbee sort of preempted that move. Now they're just going to keep on pressuring this bottom lane. Comes back, and the Legion Commander does just barely end up in the kinetic field. Looks like that should be enough. They do have the Flaming Lasso as well. And Legion Commander almost dead. Couple more Thunderstrike ticks. Toss not coming anytime soon. Do they have anything? Flame Break off cooldown, but they get to press the attack off, so that's not going to be enough damage, and Xiaoyu survives. The Legion Commander still having a pretty miserable game. Ember just getting pressured mid, gonna have to TP out, thanking his lucky stars that he's got that Ironwood tree for the extra stats. Okay, well the laning stage started out really nice, but we got that reversal at bottom from Newbee, and it does seem like they're starting to take just a little bit more control back. Mostly getting got on mid, but he's fine. He's got a Fairy Fire. He's got a Wand. Just going for an early Manta this game. Looks like he is going to be the heavy farmer, and Mugi maybe just going for a fast Echo Saber or something like that. Run around, find some kills with this team. But okay, so that bottom move did not work, so now the AvengerLS have sort of settled back into kind of 1 core in each lane. Troll is playing more on the top side than he is over in the Radiant jungle. Avalanche mid, toss. This is just damage. It's not going to be a kill. And bottom lane. Alright, some damage on the Legion Commander. TP coming in for the toss, looking for the snowball counter initiation. Faith does have the glimpse, gonna send Yim packing all the way back to top lane. And they also TP'd the Lich down here. But again, it's Newbee. They're the ones really setting the pace. They're the ones making the plays. And now knowing that the Tusk can't get down here, and that the Legion is relatively low on life, they are going to actually continue putting on the pressure. I don't believe that YC's been spotted yet. Mid lane, an attempt on the Morphling, but he is just too tanky, and they don't really have the lockdown for him at this stage. Quick Avatos combination. Easy go. Oh, and they're looking for even a little bit more. Lich, what can he even do here? Wizard just going to chase him down. He's already got his shiny boots of travel. So problems on the map, only going to get worse from here. Batrider will just be able to shove out one wave, swap sides to the other. Morphling also going to be able to split push reasonably well, as we've seen. They just don't have the lockdown for him. And this is kind of my problem with this Legion commander concept. Legion as a hero needs to be a bully, needs to kind of win her lane. And when it doesn't happen, this is just what happens to you. Like, you end up playing catch up and just sitting behind a tower and spamming overwhelming odds to defend it. But you know, you don't really get a lot of dual damage going, and yeah, it's, your overall game can end up looking a little bit questionable if you're not snowballing. I should switch it to network. Sorry, folks. And I think if this game goes long, Newbee just win. I don't think there's enough answers. There's not enough answers to the Morphling. Legion Commander's not going to scale hard enough. And this is just such a brutal game to play against the Monkey King if you're AvengerLS lineup. So, yeah, they're on a little bit of a timer. You can see it in the Troll Warlord's itemization as well. He realizes that they need to get some more playmakers. He can't afford to just AFK farm this game because the Legion's in such a bad spot, so he's going to go for the Fusel, which is pretty standard, but also just the best fighting item that Troll Warlord is able to pick up early on. So hopefully with that, they'll be able to start making some plays. What's Ember doing? He's still just holding on to mid lane.
Dire's middle tower.
And they're finally going to try and activate the Ember on the map. He hasn't been very lucky. He has been doing a good job trying to control the runes and find a good opportunity off of that, but I don't think he's found anything too good. Like no arcane haste, DD, and they might just find Faith again here. This is not the target that they're looking for off of this smoke, but they will settle for it. This is just total no man's land. This kill doesn't connect into anything. Maybe they can run over top. But Newbee do have pretty much all their TPs ready to go.
Radiant's
so.
middle tower is under attack.
And they're already hitting this tier 1 at bottom.
Has been denied.
There is a Radiant Glyph, so okay, I think this is still going to end up being
bottom
just
tower
overall a
is
trade.
under attack.
It's not too bad.
Dire's top tower is
Eska's just going for a duel, so having to respect the disruptor, at least somewhat. Wizard is just backlaning down here. Okay, so what do AvengerLS do now? Are they going to go for another smoke? They are being scouted this entire time by the Dire Ward, so Newbee feeling very confident to just sit on the map, slap buildings. Oh man. This is not good. They've now lost their mid tier 1, they've lost the bottom tier 1, they've only taken the top tier 1 in exchange. Net worth and experience probably still fairly close, but you can see the trend, and this trend will continue. So long as we're just in this game state of Newbee kind of split pushing the map with their Batrider, farming on their Morphling, farming on their Monkey King. How's that Diffusal Blade coming? Okay, they've got the Diffusal Blade on Troll Warlord, so they want to activate their Troll. He's been farming for the first 14 minutes, now they want to make use of that net worth. They're bringing all 3 cores up top to try and get this kill on Wizard. Jump in, and we're going to lead it off. And looks like the Batrider will be going down. Tries to escape over the trees, but not going to happen. Okay, so they got that kill. But they can't really threaten tier 2, so they're just going to go steal as much of the Dire jungle as they can. And they're really just setting up base camp in the Dire jungle. They've got a ward over here. Nice way to kind of counteract the fact that they've completely lost their own jungle. And Newbee are just farming down here. They still really want this mid tier 1 Faith getting going on. Static Storm Kinetic Field. Can't get the duel off. They are going to snowball him into the middle of this. He's completely surrounded. No help from the team. And that is going to be another duel win for Xiao Yu. At bottom, though, EXX in danger. Does manage to get off the ultimate. A little bit of damage onto the Morphling, but he dies in the end. And Newbee pinging the tier 2. They've got a glyph for mid, so they will be able to get this catapult over to the tower pretty easily, and Mugi's even thinking one step ahead, getting behind the tower,
Dire's middle
ready to
tower
drop down the
has
Wukong's
fallen.
command, make this a really difficult fight. AvengerLS, do they have a smoke or anything? No, they're just running over. They
Dire's
do have
middle
a Spirit
tower is
Vessel
under attack.
on the Tusk, so a little bit more potential when it comes to taking down that Morphling. Mugi jumps in. Can he also get himself out? He gets caught by the chains. Just gonna have to go for the ulti, but now the rest of AvengerLS are here. And Newbee not committing to this bottom tier 2 tower idea. They will lose the Monkey King for that. Morphling instead just more interested in taking the farm that was over at mid. Fortunately, Tiny does already have his blink, but he gets that. Okay, well that was a decent little series of events for AvengerLS. Unfortunate that they lost the Control Warlord, but they got the mid-tier 1, they got that dual kill on the Disruptor, and then they also managed to bring down Mr. Monkey King. But this Morphling is still the pressing issue.
Let us fight!
Alright, what's Troll going next? I think this next item is very telling, actually. I don't think he can go Battle Fury. I think that would be a terrible idea. And if he went Battle Fury, that would very much... that would be a symbol of thinking that they can take this late. And in my personal opinion, they can't take this late. So I would be very surprised to see that item queued up. I think he needs... he might just need BKB pretty much straight away. Which doesn't feel great. It's always fantastic as Troll Warlord when you feel like you can get away with not buying a BKB, and you can just get like a S&Y Satanic Basher, but I don't know if he can. No, he's just got to queue up.
I have bunching for you.
Legion's almost got blinked though. Actually, Legion has stuck the landing pretty well this game. Zhai Yu just didn't have a great start, went and farmed the lane in the jungle a little bit, picked up his drum, picked up his phase boots, and then these last few rotations with the team is actually been pretty profitable for him. And now he's got a blink.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very nice. Do you have any vision on this?
Radiant
Scan?
scan.
Blink forward, but they don't quite get the jump fast enough. Still looking for Mugi. Can they chop down his tree? Oh, they can't quite do it. Oh no, Mugi's going to escape. Desko is looking for him. Ember going back for a crit stick. Seems to be the new hotness. Everyone as well. Well, they escaped on the Monkey King, but they do not escape on the other two heroes.
That was toasty.
A couple of nice kills for AvengerLS. They're up seven kills, but down on both the net worth and the experience as Morphling continues to just guzzle every creep on the map. 191 CS already. Has his full Manta style. Looks like going BKB next. They're just going for this is very China Dota. Just go for a multi BKB timing. So they want multi BKB on the Morphling and on the Monkey King. That render's going to blink force. Okay. Kill for Legion Commander. Did not get the dual damage, unfortunately, but that is another one on Faith's total, 1 and 8. I guess that's the other way to look at it here, is that the kill discrepancy between the two teams is actually just pretty much all Faith. It's all of his deaths. And not that he's playing badly, I think he's just been tanking ganks for his team. Oh, they catch up Mugi at bottom here. No way out. Completely locked down. And this bottom lane is just not a safe enough place to play. Really shutting down the split push. They didn't quite manage to get this D ward here, but there's enough of a lack of vision for Newbee that Mugi just can't really play the way that he wants to. But Morphling gonna be the big carry, so let's see if they can deal with that. Oh, just a little bit off on the slight chains combo. I wonder, could he actually slight heal stim? I think that works, right? Your hero is technically wherever you slight, so. Though if he'd landed the slight chains, then he could have just run up and used him. But. Oh, Newbee with another smoke. They just keep running south. Two-man chains gonna catch the Mat Disruptor. Gonna be looking for the ultimate here. Does get the lockdown onto the Tusk. Trapped in the kinetic field. Wizard really low on life. Gonna try and hide up on the cliff, and he makes it out with the TP. Disruptor. Faith will once again be the one to tank the gank. Legion was hoping to find a little bit more. The blink was coming off cooldown. Duel was available. Didn't just want the damage. Was hoping really that Newbee would commit to that fight, but not the case. And still just Morphling farming. Where is the Monkey King farming now? I would imagine that by this point Mugi has given up on the idea of constantly split pushing bottom, or that they should stop using the Monkey King for the bottom split push and just use the Bat Rider. Ember chained, nicely played by AQ. Can't save him with the Legion, and that was a deep blink toss back now from the Tusk. Everybody trying to save the Ember might now be in some danger. Where is Tusk going? All right, Morphling getting locked down, but actually just finding that kill on Lich, and Yim also dead. Oh, very nice. That was such a good little combination between Mugi and AQ. Well, I feel like the status quo still has not changed. EXX does have his 10-second BKB now. This is a very good timing for AvengerLS, but can they do anything with it? Is really the obstacle. Their vision is not. Wait, why are my vision hotkeys not working? Hello? Is my keyboard working? Has my keyboard just stopped working? Hello? Oh man, my. Okay. That was interesting. My keyboard just stopped working. I have no idea why. It's now working again. So their vision is in kind of a weird place to really play around. They would really love to have another ward over here somewhere, but they haven't been in this part of the map for a while because Newbee just keeps running at bot. Lich trying to keep them here. Gonna go for the jump in. Duel over onto the Tiny. Lockdown. Just gonna try and put the Lich up on the cliff. Wizard just wants this free kill. Tiny's still not dead yet. He's a tanky boy. Wizard trying to make his escape. He's only got a little bit of Firefly left, and they've got the lockdown. He's actually going to once again force step up onto the high ground. Wizard gets out. He's the king of the cliff. Mugi is pushing bottom in the meantime. Faith is dead again, but you don't need to see that. He's really just a punching bag this game. That was so sick. This cliff is done. It's done so little for AvengerLS this game. They've even got 2 sentries up here because they put a sentry down just trying to get vision. Okay, with those 2 kills and the Static Storm on cooldown, AvengerLS are going to make a bold play and just head straight into the pit. Newbee, are they going to do anything about this? Doesn't really seem like it. Or maybe they just don't know. That or they don't care. Do they want to fight? They've got 2 BKBs. I got 2 10-second BKBs. It's really not a bad time to fight, but okay. I guess kind of 5 minutes of farming for them. And AvengerLS getting close to one more round of items. Troll won't take him too long to get the Basher at least. Ember's almost got his full Octarine core. What talents did he go for? Chains and damage. Troll went damage, well, agility and damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pretty standard
Dire's
stuff.
top tower is under attack.
Alright. Well, we'll see how this Legion plan continues to go.
Radiant structures
Could still be a game-winning pick, depending on getting a good Blink Duel on the right target. Morphling if he's not morphed appropriately. We have not seen the Batrider pick-off potential really shine through. The Legion Commander's gotten Blink and rallied with the team and gotten a lot of kills. It feels as though the Morphling and the Monkey King have not connected with their Batrider at all this game. And AvengerLS are actually just straight up onto the high ground. YC's going to be looking for a toss-back potentially. They do have a buyback available. Buyback comes out. Immediate BKB from the Troll Warlord, and he's just going to wail on Tiny. No way to save him. Now the tier 3 coming up next. EXX will just back up, reset a little bit. They need to be wary of the glimpse. So nicely done with this BKB usage. They force out the buyback, and they get the tier 3. Very nice. Why does Ember still have Ironwood Tree? I think he has Imp Claw on the career. Anyway, what other neutral items do we have? I have not even been looking. Enchanted Quiver, got some Spider Legs, lots of tier 3 items coming out right now. So yeah, we got Greater Fairy Fire for the Legion. And we're still just waiting on the Octarine before he delivers the Imp Claw. And we got a Paladin Sword over on the Newbee side. Pretty useful. Man, Mugi being not that greedy, but is going back for the Ags here. So they are starting to just sort of use the Bat Rider to push bottom a little bit more. Game plan is still very much wait out the Aegis if they can. AvengerLS not feeling like they want to go high ground top. Even if they do go top, they probably get the racks, but I think they lose quite a lot on the way out just because Newbee have a lot of catch. And if they do that, they can only get the one lane because there's still a tier 2 mid and a tier 1 and a tier 2 bottom. So it really makes a lot more sense to just come and push bottom
Dire's bottom
and then
tower is under attack.
open up the map a little bit more for further plays. They've got, again, like I was talking about, that round of items coming out.
Dire's
Legion
bottom tower
with
has
the
fallen.
Newbee. Is there anything else in the courier anywhere? Shadow Amulet. Ooh, that's nice. Lich with the telescope.
Dire's
Pretty
bottom
happy with that
tower
one.
is under attack.
As Troll Warlord is marching pretty quickly towards this Abyssal Blade, and
Radiant's
that
top
Octarine Core is now
tower is
out
under
on
attack.
Desco.
Dire's middle
Wow,
tower
is this
under
Aegis
attack.
actually going to get them all 3 of these towers?
Radiant's top tower has
That's
fallen.
crazy. Losing that Aegis, or that Aegis play, has really just completely given AvengerLS
Dire's
a
middle
huge
tower
breath
is
of
under
life
attack.
in this game. Morphling, does he have the shotgun yet? No, he picked up a Scotty. Okay,
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
he's still really on this right-click plan. The Morphling is scary, but not as far ahead of the Troll Warlord as I thought he would be, and there is a very scary double damage Blueberry here in the river. So Deska goes and snags that in the bottle, and Newbee, knowing that the Aegis is going to be expiring in about 30 seconds, make a move out onto the map. They don't want to threaten this high ground, so they are coming all the way around. Wizard scouting first, spots Deska, but doesn't want to engage just yet. They reset. AvengerLS should have a pretty good idea of what's going on here. Now they see 2. They're resetting. They're claiming the high ground positions, but the Ember's gone in way too deep. He does get the Yules off. Will he be able to escape? He doesn't have a Remnant out. He gets Static Storm kinetic fielded, and he should be dead. Glimmer can't keep him alive for a little bit longer. Mugi getting chased. He does get dueled. He's got the BKB off. Does he have the survivability? Drag away from Wizard. Monkey King is healing. He's got the stacks. Looking for the escape. Mugi, can he find the jump onto a tree? The chains once again from the Morphling helping the kite, and they've lost 3 so far. Now AQ finds his 4th target. It's a triple kill so far. Zhao Yu gonna get Yulesed up. Great kiting from Newbee in this fight. Ember just committing way too hard, way too aggressively. I don't even know if that was a self Yules or the tiny Yules dim, and then like the disruptor ulted.
Radiant's middle tower
But
is under attack.
regardless, what a disaster of a fight. Like
Radiant's
Avengers
middle
knew
tower
they
has
knew
fallen.
exactly where they were, and I think even if great plays aside to keep the Monkey King
Radiant
alive,
structures are
even if they
fortified.
hadn't kept the Monkey King
Radiant's
alive,
middle
they would have
tower
lost
is
that
under
fight
attack.
so hard. Morphling just did whatever he wanted. And Troll Warlord just had to run for it.
Radiant's
Got his
middle
Abyssal.
tower has fallen.
Morphling having to be a little bit careful. But there you go. Tier 3 dead, and the game is immediately swinging back. Crazy hard. Who have they caught? Oh, it's Fate. News at 11. He's got 11 deaths.
Double damage empowers me.
Wizard going BKB. The support's going Ghost Scepters or anything? Not really. YC's just going for a Lotus. BKB. Got that Ags now on the Monkey King, and man, Morphling is just getting huge. And he's like, why would I bother getting E-Blade? I'm just gonna make life more difficult for my Monkey King if I do that. So let's just buy Butterfly. I think they're both good. The E-Blade's really good at forcing BKBs and also saving people from Troll ulti or just disarming Troll during the ulti. Deska? He doesn't have any remnants. This is actually kind of a dangerous situation for him, but fortunately, Newbee have no idea where AvengerLS are on the map. AQ gonna get dueled up, but he did manage to get off the morph. Is that gonna be enough to survive? They're dropping everything that they've got on him, but it will be enough to get the kill and the dual victory damage for Zhao Yu. Moogie thinking about a little bit of farm on the way out here, but he is being scouted in Faith. Once again, the man caught out. Do they have any detection? He's got a Glimmer Cave. He's gonna run for it. I guess he thinks that they have detection. I think he could have made Glimmer TP'd. Oh well. Make it 12 deaths. Okay, nice smoke. Some pretty crazy play from Ember at bottom. Kind of bluffed them into thinking that his team was down there. And with that, Morphling now dead for 50 seconds. Glyph is available, but I think they're going to be forced to spend at least the one buyback. And losing the Batrider. Oh, the Batrider died bottom. Oh no. Batrider dead, no buyback. Did not even clock that. And now AvengerLS, that work that they did earlier with the Aegis is going to start paying off. They can take multiple lanes of racks here, or at least threaten it. Newbee, alright, here comes the buyback. Are they going to go for any kind of initiation? It's just YC going for it. He does get the toss together. Troll, can he get the Abyssal Blade? Can he use the ultimate? He jumps in on top of the Morphling. Do they have the damage? Morphling pretty tanky, but is it going to be enough? He's dead with no buyback. That's a dieback for Morphling. AvengerLS are doing it. They're locking it onto the Monkey King. The bashes from the Troll Warlord are absolutely doing so much work. He chops through two. EXX is making it happen, and AQ calls the GG. Newbee are done in game number 1. AQ from absolute hero in that previous fight to the fastest 0 I have seen. Back-to-back deaths, and you just lose your team.